Blog Talk Radio.
The time in which we live, we have to look inside to find the place within, beyond all fear and lies. Oh, it's all inside. Open your eyes. Within a sacred realm, life runs through you and me. We're bonded to this earth. Hello, welcome to From Time Without Beginning. We are having a special program today. I'm very excited because this is our third Access Consciousness facilitator coming on the show. Today we have Bettina Madini. I hope I pronounced that right, but I'll get her on in a moment so she could make sure if I didn't pronounce it right. Bettina Madini is an internationally known artist, and she is a singer and dynamic and transformational speaker. And she's brilliant at inspiring others to a different possibility for their lives. As an Access Consciousness certified facilitator, she guides by asking questions and clearing out whatever limitations and judgments you are willing to release. So be open to releasing all your limitations and judgments so you can have the life you really want to lead. So I'm going to bring her on right now. But Bettina, how are you doing?
Hi, Tim. I'm doing great. And you pronounced my name just great.
Perfect. Okay. So I just told a little bit about you, but maybe you can give your own self-introduction and tell us how you got into Access Consciousness and a little bit about Access Consciousness. This is our third Access Consciousness call in about a month's time, so some people have heard those calls, but some people might be listening who never heard of Access Consciousness. So explain about yourself and everything and a little bit about Access.
Yeah, hello. I'm an Access Consciousness facilitator. I am an artist and a singer, as you said already. And I came across Access Consciousness about 2.5 years ago. And I have always been wondering what else is possible. What else can I create? What else can I be? And have changed my life several times and have not been afraid to start over. And yet, like 2.5 years ago, I was in a place where I realized that no matter what external change I made in my life, there was certain stuff that I was still dragging around with me. And I knew that if there was any limitation, anything that I did not desire in my life was something that I created. So I have been in all kinds of healing modalities, whether it's Reiki, Kasara healing, crystal healing, sound healing. I did yoga, meditation for many, many years on a daily basis. And those are great, and they would always calm me down, bring me some relaxation and some quiet time. Yet, whenever I went back out into the world, whether it was my job or to a supermarket or anywhere basically, the sticky stuff was there again, and it did not really leave my universe. Until I came across Access and this amazing modality which is called the bars, which is a really cool energy work. And I got my first session with somebody, as I like to try out things before I jump on a train, I thought, well, let's see what this will do for me. And it truly created space, and I could just sense stuff, sticky stuff, just leave my universe, and it made me feel so much lighter, and it brought me so much more joy. And it made me curious as far as, wow, I wonder how much more of that can I actually have. And I went into exploring it, and I went from one thing to the next, and it just always got better and better and better. And so here I am. And I wonder what really, for me, it was never really all just about me. It truly was the contribution that I could be for the planet. It was really about what I saw was possible for the planet. Like, it does not have to be this way as it is right now. It does not have to be destruction and pollution. Something else is possible. I knew that. And I knew also that if I wanted to see any change in what is going on right now, that I had to create the change. I could not say, oh, it is those guys, it's the government, it's the whatever environmental agencies or some groups. I always knew it had to start with me. And that greatly was actually expanded by Access Consciousness. So Access Consciousness is a set of tools and techniques, insights that can actually assist you in changing pretty much anything in your life, any area.
Yeah, I've been working on Access Conscious now for I think about a year, and I just like how it opens up infinite possibilities, because you use a question to just draw out all the limitations, and then you can just clear those limitations, and then you start from a clean scratch and infinite possibilities. And I like how Access Consciousness comes from the same point of view I grew up with, which is that we are all infinite beings, which a lot of people grew up in a different reality with all these limitations, and I've always believed deep down I'm an unlimited being, which it's kind of hard in this reality because everything around you tells you no, 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 you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that, and I've just kind of been like a really stubborn kid. I just always, if you said no, I just want to prove you wrong, so.
Yes, exactly. Isn't that so true for all of us? If somebody tells us, don't do this, well, that very thing becomes so much more interesting. Yeah, and it's so right, Tim, what you say. This reality is actually all about impossibility. Like, whatever you think about, whatever you want to do or whatever inspires you, the first thing that comes from pretty much anybody, actually it came from my family or any job environment that I was in. It was always, it's not possible, it's impossible. Whatever you dream about, whatever you want to do, it's impossible. No, no, no. So and as you said also, it is always about having an answer, isn't it? It's not about having a really brilliant question, right?
Yeah, it's always get the right answer. It's only one answer, which is pretty much limits all your possibilities. You only have one answer.
Exactly. You know, I grew up in Berlin in Germany, and I can just speak from my experience over there. I was actually pretty intimidated as a child because I had to come up with not too many questions, just a few questions. And then the questions had to be really intelligent. They had to be the right questions, certainly not stupid questions, as if there was anything like that. So what does this actually do? It brings judgment right away. Every question I was starting to judge, well, can I ask this? And so I didn't ask questions. Only a few, and I was actually pretty quiet.
Well, My mom was born in Germany too. She was born in Munich, München.
Yeah.
If I said that right.
Yes, München. Yeah, very good.
She left when she was 2 years old. My grandparents moved with her to the U.S. So I've never actually been to Germany. I want to go someday, but I haven't been there.
Hmm.
Yeah. So when did you come to the U.S.?
11 years ago, in 2003, I left my job. I was by that time in Luxembourg, and I was actually a financial advisor and portfolio manager. I was in the financial world. And
Wow. I worked in 9 years in banking.
Oh, you were? Yeah, I did
Yeah.
that for 11 years, Tim.
Wow.
Yeah, and I actually changed my life drastically and left all that behind and grabbed a couple of suitcases, a couple of my belongings that fit into them, and came to New York City and continued my art education that I had started in Luxembourg in the evenings, and on the weekends I went to art school. And then in 2003 I changed everything and actually went to the National Academy in New York City to just really do what I love doing, which is being creative in painting, and it truly opened up my universe. And it truly is, one of the tools in Access Consciousness is what else is possible. And I had that pretty much in my universe. What else is possible? What else can I do or be that would just bring so much more joy and happiness? What if this entire life here on the planet, what if it truly was about happiness and joy? It's not something that I learned when I grew up. When I grew up, I learned it was about obligation and having a safe job, whatever that means, and pretty much functioning, and certainly not creating my life as I like it to be.
Yeah. So I haven't given out your website. So for people listening in, we have a lot of people in the chat room. I'm going to post it on the chat room right now.
Yeah.
Here's the website. We have a few callers too. Okay, so it's www.bettinastar, which is Bettina Star, -Rose, ROSE.com, which is funny. My grandmother's, she goes by the name Rose.
Oh.
Her name was actually, I didn't know, her name was Rosina, but my aunt was named Rosina, and so they called her Rose, or Rosa.
Wow,
And
beautiful.
my great-grandmother was named Rosina, but I named my daughter Rosina after my aunt, and I thought she was the only one, but I guess there's 3 Rosinas in my family.
Wow.
So Rose. So before we take some callers, or do you want to go straight to? We have one caller holding with their hand up, and we have a lot of people in the chat room. Let me just say the phone number for the people listening in. If you're calling international, you have to push a 1, and I forgot to say that on a few callers, and people said I couldn't call in. So you have to dial 1, which is the country code in the U.S., and then the area code 646, and then the phone number is 929-2015. So once again, 1-646-929-2015. And if you push 1 after you call in, you'll raise your hand, and I'll know you want Bettina to work with you. Also, the 1, 2, 3, 4 people in the chat room, if you don't want to call in and you want to just ask a question in the chat room, we can work on you that way too. But we have one caller in Los Angeles. Would you like to say a little more, or would you like to go to this caller in Los Angeles, and maybe we can do some clearing on her?
Yeah, we can just take the caller from LA.
Okay, good. Okay, so this is Lisa from LA. Lisa, how are you doing?
Good. Thank you for taking my call. I appreciate it. Very good.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Lisa.
My question is, I'm just wondering, I guess this question will be okay, if my implants inside of, can I ask that? About my migraines?
Yes.
I was just wondering if my breast implants inside of me are causing my migraines.
Well, what do you know? What is your body trying to tell you?
I don't know. I really don't know.
So everywhere you don't acknowledge that you know, or you avoid that you know what you know, that if you wouldn't avoid what you know would give you all the knowledge, all the perceiving, knowing, being, and receiving, will you please uncreate and destroy all of that?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyonds. That was the clearing statement. Are you familiar with it?
Yes.
Okay, and so for other callers, I just want to briefly mention in Access Consciousness we use an amazing tool. It's like a magic wand, and it clears out whatever energy we bring up with the question. And you can find more information about the clearing statement on the website, which is theclearingstatement.com. All right.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So tell me a little bit more about what is going on with what you say was that it was a question, yet it was more of a conclusion with a question mark. Yes? Because you made a direct connection. So what if would you be willing to ask your body questions?
Of course, yes.
It's like, what if your body is your life companion, the one that has been with you all the time, so patient and always there. So what if you ask your body, what is this? What are you trying to tell me? So what is your body trying to tell you? And body, what do you require? What is this? There are great tools in Access. For instance, what is this? Can I do something about this? Can I change this? And if yes, how can I change this? Mm-hmm. It's like with Access, we ask questions, and it is not about having the answer, but more about allowing the answer to come to us. It's as if we put the question out in the universe, and we invite the entire universe to bring us an awareness. Like when you ask, what is this? Body, what is this? What do you require? Do you require sugar? Do you require salt? Do you require water, energy? Have you done these questions? Have you used these tools?
Not to that extent.
Yes. Rather than thinking, oh, is there a connection here to that? So, and when we ask a question, we allow the answer to come up like, okay, body, what is this? And then can I do something about this? Yes or no? And whatever makes us feel light is a truth, and whatever makes us feel heavy is a lie. So when I ask you now, okay, Lisa, what does your body require?
I don't know. Yes. I don't know what it requires. I'm just I've exhausted every avenue I can of trying to figure out how to get rid of the migraines. And this is just something that kind of came up, and I thought, I wonder if it's the implants in my body. My body doesn't like them.
Well, truth, does your body like the implants, yes or no?
I don't know. I mean, I've never had any pain with them,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know.
Like, what else is possible? What else? What other question can you ask? What will bring you the awareness? When you go to I don't know, you actually close up your universe. What would it take for me to have more awareness? What would it take for you to have more awareness? And everything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive that, will you please uncreate and destroy it?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, pod, pop, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So let me ask you this. When did these migraines start?
23 years ago.
So what was going on 23 years ago?
I got a job with the airlines, and I also had the implants. Had implants in, taken out 2 years later, and had them put in again. Got the job with the airlines, and then the migraines started.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just trying to figure out, maybe it's these implants. I don't know.
So, does your body do you still have this job at the airlines?
Oh, yes.
So, okay, so all these migraines that you talk about, are they actually yours? Yes or no?
I would hope they're not.
Well, when I ask you, when I ask you yes or no, it is really which one of the two has more, which one is lighter, like the yes or the no. When I ask you now again, so because the interesting and amazing thing is that 98% of what we perceive in our bodies is actually not ours. So truth, are you so aware of everybody else around you all the time?
I mean,
So
yes.
what if we pick up everybody else's thoughts, feelings, and emotions around us all the time? What if 99% of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions are not yours? So everywhere you took them as yours and locked all that into your body, will you please return to sender and uncreate and destroy all of that?
Yes.
Thank you. Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, online, pod, pop, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So now, when I ask you again, who does this belong to? Is it yours or is it somebody else's? Which one of those has more substance to it, Is it
It's
yours?
somebody else's. No, it's not mine.
Yeah. So, and just think about this whole, do you go on flights? Are you in the air flying and all that? Or are you
Yes.
ground? Okay, so just think about the stress. How many people are actually stressed when they go on a flight? And this environment. So, wow, if you pick up everybody else's thoughts, feelings, and emotions, can you imagine, and then you think it's all yours, what that can create for your body? So everywhere you took that from everybody else and you thought it was yours, and then you lock that into your body as something real for you that is not, will you please now uncreate and destroy all of that?
Yes.
All right, wrong, good, bad, online, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyond. So what you could do when you sense those, ask your body in the moment, body, who does this belong to? Is this ours or is it somebody else's?
Okay.
And
That's
if it
very
is,
good.
and if it is somebody else's, you can return that to sender with consciousness attached. So that the other, it's like a little post-it that you put on, like you attach consciousness so that the other person, whoever that was, and you don't even need to know who that was from, you just return it to sender, you attach consciousness, and then they can also make a different choice. We don't have to take everything from everybody. We are just aware. As infinite beings, we are aware of everything around us. Everybody's thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So does that, now that we cleared some of that out and we talk about this, does this make you feel lighter?
It does.
Yeah, do you sense more space?
I do.
Here's like a cool breeze. Awesome.
So thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
You are so welcome, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you for calling.
One other thing, you can also ask, is this belong to me or someone else? Or you can ask something else, because sometimes you pick it up from the earth, too. So
thank you.
Sometimes it's the earth, too, yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Lisa. So thank you, Bettina. I want to just tell everybody that with that tool has been the most amazing thing for me, because I do what's called guerrilla theater, where I just go to a train station and I start playing, and sometimes the police kick me out, and sometimes the trainmen kick me out, sometimes the security guards kick me out. But I love doing that, and I sell most of my CDs that way, and I get most of my tips that way when I perform that way. But at first, when I would do it, I would feel like a total idiot. And once I learned that tool, who does this belong to? It just freed up me being myself and not taking on all those judgments. Because I know a lot of people walking by in the train station might think this guy's a kook or something, or this guy's crazy, or what's he doing playing in the middle of the station. And I just return all that to the people. That those are their points of view, those are their judgments. I'm not going to hold on to them, sending them back. And I would just free myself up, and then it would be just a great night. I would sell a bunch of CDs. Tons of people would gather around me and give me tips, and it was just a really good night.
Awesome. Yeah, if you would do for 3 days, like with every thought, feeling, and emotion, you do, who does this belong to? You would actually realize that truly most of the stuff that we all think is ours is actually not ours. And that can create, and it will create, so much space and ease with your bodies and with your being that I would say don't do it. Try it out. Do it for 3 days with every thought, with every feeling, with every emotion. Who does this belong to?
And the great thing is you don't need an answer. You just need to ask it, and your body, deep subconscious, knows everything. So it'll know if it's not yours. It'll just send it back a lot of times. So just if you ask the question, it works.
Yeah, if whatever feeling is there, like let's say you feel sad or unhappy or upset, if you say, who does this belong to, and it goes away right away, then it was not yours to begin with. You might just feel in the very moment you say, who does this belong to? Which actually creates an awareness and takes you out of this taking it as yours. Wow, when you just ask, well, who does this actually belong to? You might find that, wow, now it's gone because it was not yours to begin with.
Yeah. So that's the great thing with the Access Consciousness Clearing. All the people who are listening in, because there's a lot of people in the chat room and a lot of people probably listening in on live streaming, you don't have to know the answer. Just ask the question. And simply by asking a question, it brings up all these unlimited possibilities that you never considered. And just being with those possibilities just opens up free space for you. So you don't have to look for the answer all the time. or you actually don't never really need to look for the answer, because as soon as you find an answer, that's one conclusion and one limiting perspective of what infinite potential is that you have. So we also have a caller from India who she's called in a few times, but I don't know if they're trying to raise their hand or not, because sometimes when you call in on an international line, you can't push another one. So let's try to take this person from India. If you're calling in from India or from another country, can you say your name if you want to be helped? Okay. So maybe they just want to listen in, that's fine. Or maybe they're walking away from the phone now. We also have so many people. I've never seen so many people in the chat room, but I'm asking if any of them want to ask anything. Please write it in the chat question, but I don't see any people right now in the chat asking any questions. So I'm going to be the next guinea pig since we're waiting for other people to be brave enough to ask a question. So maybe let's do a little clearing on me. I've been doing Access for a long time. It's been helping me tremendously. But in Access, we can also work on our business as an entity, or our music as an entity, or if we write books, we can work on that as an entity, as a separate consciousness. So I was wondering if we could do some clearing around the issue of me, or my radio program, and my music and my writing, and all my life it's been my dream to travel the whole world and do my music and perform for people all over the world. And so far, my first leg of my international tour is Japan, and I've been stuck here for 10 years. So I'm wondering what questions could I ask to be able to open up the infinite possibility of me playing in every country and doing maybe my healing, my book tour, my music in other countries.
So, Tim, let me ask you a question. Would an infinite being ever be stuck anywhere?
No, definitely not. So why am I sticking myself?
Yeah, so everywhere you are sticking yourself into one country, will you please uncreate and destroy all of that?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, pot, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And everywhere you have made it a necessity to travel internationally, will you please uncreate and destroy all of that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, pot, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So, and saying I'm stuck in Japan, is that a question?
No.
Or is that a conclusion?
Definitely conclusion.
Yeah, so all
the decisions,
all the decisions, judgments, conclusions, and computations you have about, and your fixed points of views about being and creating in Japan, will you please uncreate and destroy all of those?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, pot, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Yeah, so, what you could ask, what can you do or be different today that would allow you to travel internationally with total ease and right away, now and in the future? Everything that doesn't allow that, times a godzillion, will you please uncreate and destroy it?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, pot, puck, shorts, boys, and beyond. And so, in business, how clear are you actually about what you would like your life and your business to be like? So here we come into creation. So most of the time, well, almost all of the time, we don't really learn about creating our life and creating our business. And what you said about your business has consciousness, is an entity. We can talk to our business, and we can actually create our business. So what would your business like to be like? What would you like the energy of your business to be like? And so if you ask you this question, and you can even, whatever you would like it to be, you can write this down. What would the energy be? So what you said is you would like to travel. Now, how much time out of the month you would like to travel? Because if you don't make that a little bit more specific, you might find yourself 24/7 on the road, and it might not be what you desire. So you could say, for instance, you would like to travel like a week out of the month, 2 weeks out of the month, or you want to be gone all the time, or you would like to create an international tour, and you would like to perform. So what would you like that to be like? Would you like that to be ease? Would you like that to be financially rewarding? Like, how much money would you like to create from that? And another question could be, who could you actually have contribute to you to make that ease and joy for you? Everything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive, that will you please uncreate and destroy it.
Yes.
All right, one good, better, on I'm Pod Puck Shorts, Boys and Beyonds.
Let me say for the people listening in, when she asks these questions, no matter whether it's your issue or not, if you can just say yes or think yes, it'll bring a lot of stuff that's related to this question up in your universe, and it'll clear that too. So for the people listening in, or even people later listening to the replay, you can do the same thing. Wow. Okay, so the person in India finally raised their hand. So I think it's in India. Let's go to them, because I've worked on this issue with a lot of access clearing before. So let me go to someone who's never been worked on. So the person I don't know if it's India now. Actually, this is probably calling in on Skype. If you're calling in on a computer, can you say your name?
Hi, this is Katie.
Katie. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
from India.
Oh, India.
Hi,
okay.
Katie.
From India. Hello.
Hello, Katie. What's your
Yes,
question?
Can I ask about my brother's problem? If that's
Yes.
actually, someone is sending him negative energies continuously. He's totally in depression. Like, he's physically also, his system is totally upset. So, what can be the solution?
So did I hear that correctly, that somebody is talking in an upset way to your brother?
No, somebody is actually deliberately sending him negative energy, harmful energy.
Okay. So what is your question?
So, what do you think can be the solution, or I mean, is he still continuously sending in negative energies? Why he's so upset at this moment? I want to know. What is the answer?
So if somebody is doing anger and upset, well, would an infinite being truly need any protection from that, or would an infinite being receive
he
all
has
of?
even
Yes.
he has got a shield also. I mean,
He has
but
what?
there's no difference with the shield.
There is no difference with a shield.
Or
Yes.
can the negative cords or negative hook with that person be cleared? I mean,
Well, and the thing is, the more walls we build around us, the more actually we validate the truth in the negative energy. We acknowledge actually with that there is this negative energy, and they can send more. So it would actually be about lowering all the barriers and receiving it all. And the question is, would an infinite being choose to have walls, or would an infinite being receive all of it? So, and I hear what you say, and I sense the concern that you have. Yet with walls, it doesn't change it, and you said already it didn't change it. So what he could say is, all the distractor implant holding the anger in place, destroy and uncreate all of those, and say the clearing statement. And a clearing he could use is that's what your brother could say. What have I made so vital about possessing that person? Like, let's say if that person's name is whatever, Anthony or whatever, okay? So he could say, what have I made so vital about possessing the Anthony that keeps me from infinite being, infinite perceiving, knowing, being, and receiving, and everything that is, times a godzillion, destroy and uncreate it all, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyond.
Okay.
So it truly makes a difference when somebody is doing anger at us, hatred at us.
Okay.
What is really helping is to lower our barriers totally, and standing in that anger and thinking. He can even think that all the distractor implants of anger, fury, rage, and hate, holding that in place, uncreate and destroy pot and pock. Pot and pock is the shortest version of the clearing statement. Uncreate and destroy all of that, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And keep saying that, or even thinking that inside. And he might find, or anybody who is on the call, when you stand in that anger, you might find that the person will eventually stop. It's like this whole thing will slow down.
Okay.
With putting up barriers and walls and shields, we validate the anger. We sort of acknowledge it as true, and it does not go away, okay?
Okay. Right. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Okay, thanks a lot, Kate. Oh, okay, thanks a lot. She hung up. Okay, good. Or not good, but I was trying to put mute. So yeah, I like that. I've been using that for a while now too. A lot of us feel we need to block other people's negativity, and I think as an infinite being, like people think there's a, my belief is a little bit different. People think there's a God. I think it's us. We are gods. We are infinite beings. So would God, if we sent him anger, would he need to put up a wall to that? Would he need to try to block that? Would he need to try to not receive that? Or would he just open his arms and just go, okay, give it, bring it on to me? And that's what I feel. As an infinite being, we can absorb that and say, okay, give it to me. And the more someone's going to send anger at you, if you just are open to embrace it, then they're probably going to go, okay, that's not working, because what they're wanting is they're wanting a fight. And they're wanting you to go, no, I don't want that. Resist, resist, resist. And they're like, yes, I got him, I got him, I got him.
Well, and
But then when
the
we
way,
do,
people do anger at us in order to control us. It is about keeping us in reaction instead of action. So that when we go into reaction, it is actually a place where we do not create. We react. Would an infinite being react, or would an infinite being be in action? So it is actually a way to control us and keep us stuck in this place where we don't receive. So, and you know, the whole thing about barriers down and receiving everything does not mean that we have to take it. Receiving means that it actually flows through us. It's as if we are a screen and the energy flows through us and we do not have a point of view. It is not sticking us. It's not that I take it. It's not about being a doormat and taking it. No, it's like barriers down and letting it flow through, which creates a different space rather than absorbing it or taking it upon ourselves, you know?
Yeah. So we have a few more callers, but no one's raising their hand, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in the chat room. I've asked if anyone wants to add a question in the chat room, but so far I don't see any. If you can put them all in caps so I can see it, because I'm scrolling up and down and I don't see any questions, and I think I only have my things in there. People that are just listening in, if you just called in, you just listened in, the number once again is 1-646-929-2015, and Bettina is doing access consciousness clearing. If you're listening in, you can just say yes every time she asks a question, and that'll, when she does the clearing statement, which is right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, POD and POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds, it'll just release all that. Oh, good. Now, they called back. Okay. It's the same person, I think. Oh, no, wait. Oh, now the person in India, the other person that was first on, is raising their hand. So let's see. Okay, if you're in India and if you haven't been helped, can you say your name? Hello in India, or anyone who's on the call who hasn't been helped yet. Okay, I can hear you moving around. Can you say your name? Would you like to be helped?
Yes.
Yes, good, okay. So what's your name and what's your question for Bettina?
Is she like intuitive, and can she tune in and do whatever is the most beneficial?
Pardon me, what did you say? Could you repeat your question?
Could you do something for my relationship with my mother?
Well, what would you like? What is your question about the relationship with your mother? What would you like to change there, if you could change anything?
Not getting into each other's spaces, respecting the spaces, and giving each other space to breathe. Like, letting clarity about boundaries, I guess. All the time I tend to feel that my boundary is getting pushed, and I fear to say back what I'm actually feeling.
So you said that you feel that your boundaries are not respected?
Yeah.
And
when I say that, it's not received.
It is not what?
It's not received. It's not.
Okay. When you tell her.
I get a reaction. A reaction of anger which I can't handle, or hitting myself.
Okay, so, so you are living with your mother, or?
Yes. I'm not well, and I'm kind of dependent on her care full time.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more what's going on there.
Like she has, this is good for you, this is not, and if I want to do it differently, that triggers her more, makes her angry, and she shouts and I can't take it. And she says, I'm doing so much for you and this is, you're disrespecting me.
Okay, so you said she shouts at you and you cannot take it. So can you please say 3 times, I cannot take it?
I cannot take it. I cannot take it. I cannot take it.
So all the distractor implants and everything underneath, holding that in place, will you please uncreate and destroy it?
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyond.
Wow.
Wow, yeah. So, okay. Okay, so how many lifetimes have you been having together? More or less than 100?
I think more.
Yeah, so everywhere you are coming back to, okay, everything that tied you together in these lifetimes, will you please uncreate and destroy all of that?
Yes, please.
Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyond. So what does your mother mean to you?
Right now, I don't even know because ever since that it's just been a reaction of how she reacts with Dad and how she reacts with everybody. But what she does, which is too much, I don't even value that. I'm just angry at her all the time. So.
Yeah. So,
Like even a little thing, I just, I care for her, what happens to her, but if the minute she says something or interacts, that's like, I don't even want you here.
Yeah. So, yeah, what you said, you care so much. You care so much for her. What have you made so vital about serving your mother that it keeps you from infinite receiving, being, knowing and perceiving for you? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you please uncreate and destroy it?
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyond. And everywhere you bend yourself for her, will you please uncreate and destroy all of that?
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyond. And everywhere you judge you for speaking up against her. Will you please uncreate and destroy that?
Yes, please.
Right, one good, bad, or 9 pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyond. So when she is doing anger at you, there also, what if you lowered your barriers and received that, and while she's doing anger, you keep saying all the distractor implants, holding that in place, uncreate and destroy it. You can just think this.
Thank you.
And repeat that in you.
Right, I'll do that. That helps a lot.
How does this feel in your universe now? Better, worse, or the same?
Oh, definitely better. It's still there. It's still quite heavy, but it's much better.
Yeah, and everywhere you don't acknowledge her for who she is, and you try to see the good in her, will you please uncreate and destroy all of that?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, or 9 pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyond. People choose what they choose. If she chooses to be mean to you and angry at you, it is her choice. And everywhere you have been making yourself wrong and trying to change you in order to fit in her reality and to be who she would like you to be, which will never be enough, will you please uncreate and destroy that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, or 9 pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyonds.
More than that, it's like I understand. It's her. She's the way she is. If she is an infinite being, she's not identifying with that.
Well, everywhere
So,
everywhere you actually try to understand her is where you mimic her and lock that into your body.
okay.
So what
what
have
should
you
I
made
do?
what have you made so vital about understanding her that you mimic her anger, fury, rage, and hate and lock that into your body? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please uncreate and destroy it?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, or 9 pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyond. Wow.
Do we have time for more questions, or if you have
Yeah,
another
go
one?
ahead.
I think a lot of it is to answer, but how she functions in the world, it's like there must be a better way of doing it. You know, with any relationship and how she feels this is her duty, and she has extended herself for 38 years, and she's like, I want to die. You guys are not looking after me, and I pray to God every day that take me.
Well, truth, is that her choice? Yes or no?
It is her choice, but she's making a choice based in I guess there are two parts to it. One is, of course, my response. I have a response, and I tend to move away from my infinite being. But at the same time, I want to help her too, to not do that. I don't know whether that's...
Not do what? Move?
Like
Not move into your and live your life?
No. Be able to live her life, not finding that, I don't know how to explain it, but do what she has to do to be happy. It's like not that find her own strength, find her own control, find her own...
Yeah, would you be willing to acknowledge that she lives from this place of anger and rage and manipulation and control?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9 pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyond. And what if you cannot change her? What if you cannot change anybody in your life, anybody else?
That's totally fine.
Yeah, so
That's totally fine.
sometimes when we acknowledge what somebody is functioning from, and we are just an allowance of that.
Okay.
If she makes that choice, would you be willing to allow her choice?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyonds.
I wasn't doing that before, so thank you for that.
Yeah, so everywhere you have been aligning and agreeing with her or resisting and reacting to her, which made it possible for her to control you, will you please uncreate and destroy all of that?
Yes, please.
Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyonds. What if you allowed her to choose whatever she chooses? It's like, okay, you choose this. Great. How can I help you with that?
Okay.
Rather than
Yes.
saying, oh, no, I do everything for you. I am here for you. See, and in this path, you will actually bend, staple, and mutilate yourself. So everything that is and everything that brings up, will you please uncreate and destroy it?
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyonds. What have you made so vital about your mother that keeps you from being you? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please uncreate and destroy it?
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyonds. When we make something vital, it is that without it, we cannot exist.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Thanks a lot.
what if you would choose for you? Let me ask you this. What gives you joy? What makes you happy?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
What?
Still trying to figure that out.
Yeah. What gives you joy? What makes you happy? Make a list of these things. And it can be little things. You know, what, and you can ask this question and you ask your body. What if your body is your life companion, your best friend that has always been with you? And you ask, hey body, what would be fun? What would make me happy?
I choose it, but it doesn't make her happy, and she says, I want you to do this, or I want you to do that. This is good for you.
Well, truth, can you make her happy?
No, I can't.
Okay, truth, is she functioning from unhappiness?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And everything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive that and acknowledge that, will you please uncreate and destroy it? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So if somebody chooses to be unhappy, if she chooses to be unhappy, would you be willing to acknowledge that this is where she is functioning from and start choosing for you?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyond. So this is how we are actually creating for our future. So let me ask you this. Whose life have you been living? Yours or your mother's?
Not mine.
Yeah. And everything that brings up, will you please uncreate and destroy it?
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, podcast, boys and beyond. So if you cannot make anybody else happy, who can you make happy? Who can you?
Me.
Yes. Cool. So would you be willing to choose for you?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, podcast, shorts, boys and beyond. So what would make you happy? And you start choosing this. And you,
Happy relationships, but I don't know how to go about that.
yeah. And what else would make you happy?
I think just happy relationships. Rest, I think just, we're all happy as it is, and I don't know.
Yeah, but what would make you happy? See, not depending on somebody else, but what would make your body happy? What gives you this, yeah, this is so fun, yes. It could be a bird, it could be a flower, it could be, going out, like this earth is so beautiful. Is there the sunshine that could give you joy? Is there a river, a tree, like touching the ground with your bare feet?
Yeah.
Does this give you joy? Do pearls give you joy, or silk, or like beautiful colors? See, it is what is giving you joy. And when we create from the space of joy,
Okay.
we actually create
Good.
for our future that will bring everything else. What if it is nothing outside of you but this joy that you have in you that will bring everything else? The relationship is just coming automatically. What if money is following joy, right?
Right.
How does this make you feel? Heavy or light?
It's light, but I have fears about will I be able to do it?
Yeah,
How
and
will I do it?
when you say but, you just take everything that you said away, that everything that you said before away. Yeah, this makes me feel light, which is actually a truth for you. And then you say but. So let me ask you this. Would an infinite being be afraid?
No.
Is it possible that what you think is fear truly is excitement?
Yes.
And everything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive that, will you please uncreate and destroy it?
Thank you. That
Right,
was amazing.
Yes? Right, wrong, good,
That
bad,
was
online,
amazing.
podcast, shorts, boys, meows. So, and you can start with the little things that give you joy. And just
Right.
it's like cultivating a little flower or a little plant. You have this little seed and you put it in the pot in the soil and then you give it water. It's like every day a little bit, okay?
Okay. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
You are so welcome.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you so much. Please call in again. Thank you.
Bye.
That really helped me too because I have someone in my life like that. I'm sure everyone listening in maybe can use that too. So thank you so much. Well, we've been going for longer than an hour, so we're going to let you take a break. Before we go, do you have any? Where are you located now? You said you're in Mountain Time. So where's your?
I'm Central Time. I'm in the Midwest in Wisconsin in the United States. This is where I'm living.
Wisconsin, wow.
Yes,
So
by Madison.
Do you want to give out any things coming up that you might be doing, like bars classes or any?
Yeah, I do.
Announcements?
Sure, I would be very happy to do that. So I have a bars class coming up on June 19th, and I actually have an entire 5-day class. 5-day of Access Consciousness, which is bars, foundation, and level 1. It is here by Madison in Wisconsin. and it's from June 19th through June 23rd. And so this is a class that everybody would physically attend, actually. I do also start a telecall series that is called Create Wealth with Ease. What if money could be fun? And it really is about wealth and abundance and on all levels. It does not have to be money only, okay? So we will start on Wednesday, June 18th from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And this series consists of 4 calls with me. Each call is an hour long, and you can ask questions. We will clear out things around receiving and money, and what we think money is or isn't, and what we think wealth is and isn't. What do you think you cannot have actually, and what do you allow yourself to receive? So questions around that entire theme. I am also, if you are interested in that, you can contact me at bettinamadini@hotmail.com. Let me know, or find me through my website. You can contact me. The information about the telecall and the 5-day class are on my website, www.bettina-rose.com. Under the workshop section, you have everything. You can sign up, register, send me an email, and ask questions. I'm also planning a creativity workshop where we will be painting. We will be releasing things like any limitations that we have around painting, creating, and also here, like, what do you think you cannot create, and what do you think you always wanted to create that you haven't allowed yourself to create and be as the creator you truly are. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So this is what I have coming up. And I don't have a date yet for the creativity class, but it will be sometime in September or October in the Midwest here.
Great. So please, I put it in the chat room. I put her website there. And if most people listening to the call, you guys are on Facebook, you can find her on Facebook. If you can't find her, find me, and then find her through me. It's been a great call. And the great thing is, all the people who listened in, if you want to go back and listen to this call again, the more times you listen to it and the clearing that you did, even if it's on other people's issues, if you just say yes, and it'll bring more stuff to the surface. For all of us, all of our issues are pretty much related to similar things, so we can use those clearings on many different issues. And that's all for today. Thank
How
you
does
so
it get
much.
any better than this?
How does it get any better than that? And I look forward to, maybe in the future we'll get you back on. We have a lineup of now almost every 2 weeks different access consciousness facilitators, so please stay tuned for all those, and maybe in the future we'll get Bettina back on. Thank you so much, Bettina. I'm just going to put you on mute because I'm going to end with some final announcements before we end the show. So
Thank you so much, Tim, for having me.
Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. And next Thursday, or next Wednesday, same time as this call, we have Chris Keller. He came on before. He works with energy healing, long-distance energy healing. I have a link on that on my Facebook page, so you can check that out. And it's also on this website that you got this call from. He's coming on same time this call is next week. And I'll be back on Sunday, the normal time, which is whatever time you called in today, it'll be 12 hours difference. So if you called in at night, it'll be in the morning on Sunday morning. For me, it's nighttime. So for people in Asia, it's nighttime. But same time, just 12-hour difference. So thanks a lot. I'm going to end the call with one of my songs from my CD, and I'm still offering my special that if you purchase one of my CDs or one of my books and you do a review on either Amazon or iTunes or Lulu or CD Baby or any of the sites that have my book or my CD that you can purchase and you do a review there, I'll do a 30-minute free session on you. So this is one of the many songs from one of my many CDs, and this is called Come Alive. So I'm going to end with part of this song. Thank you guys so much, and look forward to the next call. Bye-bye. Today I feel my roots are anchored deeply down into the earth. But my friend, she's tumbled and she's shaking. I sense she